Welcome back, welcome back. Sorry about that. So I was watching one of these TikToks and I can't find it again because I've been going on for a while now. And like I said, I seen this woman that was talking about she worked in a factory where, or she worked in some place where there was like estrogen or whatever. She worked in a company or something, right? On my post I said something about some transgender shit or something, but I don't really remember and I don't care. The fact of the matter is that she said that she got some testosterone on her arm because it was on the chair. Someone spilled it on the arm of the chair. She sat there, it absorbed through her skin, and then she began to sit there and look at her boss and her coworkers and start becoming horny. I'm like, yo, why do I want to feel attracted to them? Why do I want to feel like I want to have sex with them? What the fuck is going on? So then she realizes that the shit's wet. She lets them know, and they're like, "Oh shit, you got testosterone in you." And she was just explaining it like defending men. She was saying, "That's what it feels like to be a man on a regular. I only got a small dose of that shit. You have this shit pumping through your body all day long." And she said, if women, I think it should be mandatory that every woman in the world should get pumped up with some testosterone so they can see what it's like to be as horny as a man. And maybe you'll understand why we have this large appetite of wanting to have sex with beautiful women. Maybe you'll understand that it's something that is in us and we have to fight against it and regulate it. Or you get stuck a horny ass nigga running around trying to fuck bitches for the rest of your life. And you don't understand love because you let your biological body control what the fuck is going on. This is why you have a mind. So you can regulate, control. You sound the horns. A wise man once told me, you can't control anyone or anything on the outside of yourself until you control your fucking self. When you gain control of yourself, then other people will let you control them. Why? Because they can't control themselves. Now, my Batman brain kicked in because the Lord made me this way. If a little smudge of testosterone can make a woman horny, right? Question, ladies. How many one night stands have you had in your lifetime? And this is not about judging you. How many of them was because you took a drink? You were drinking, right? And then you were chilling at his house or at the club or whatever, and then for some reason he just started getting really cute and he just started being real sexy to you for some reason. You were like, man, my pussy is wet right now and I kind of liked him, but I don't know, I guess, fuck it, I like him, let me do it. And you didn't know he dosed you up with some testosterone. See, when I was a kid and as an adult, I only heard of the date rape drug being something that makes you go naughty naughty and they have their way with your passed out body. I didn't know you can give a woman something that can be taken out of your own body and say, here, you don't like me? You will after this one. Here, take this. That's not what this video is about. I just want to throw that warning out there because, oh, I forgot. That's why the older women from the old generations used to tell the younger women, don't take drinks from strange men you don't know. I wonder why the older generation said, woman, you're not allowed to walk around these streets by yourself. Take your little brother or your cousin. Because a woman by herself is a fucking prey. You're prey. I don't care how strong you think you are. I don't care what you think. There are men out here with intelligence, money, and a face that'll make you want to buff his cock. And he's a psychopath. He has everything it has to make you want to give him your drawers. But he doesn't enjoy that. He enjoys the struggle. Keep thinking regular ass niggas ain't good enough. Keep thinking everybody with fucking money and fancy cars is there. Keep playing around with yourselves. Every 30 seconds, one of you go bye-bye.
Best way to gain control of the most intelligent, powerful species on the planet would be to completely divide them from the love within themselves. As soon as...
I played this once before, and I'm going to play it again, and I'm going to specifically point out exactly what this means. Now, this white woman is reading from a book of how to control people. I don't know the exact book and all this. I don't give a fuck. I, put it out there, and other people did. Now, let's get specific, because words mean things. Because she's going to read it, she's a white woman, and any other nation of people will hear this, and then be like, they're controlling us. Stop. You're easily controlled. You don't need to be brainwashed. See what's going on. Get it? You are the blood of the people that are running shit. So why would they need to brainwash you? Your grandfathers and all of them chose to join the armies and take the world over. So I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. See, they're doing this to use now. Yes, they are. But I'm going to play this back and I want you to hear the words. To rule over the most special. That means one, motherfuckers. That means there's one race that's fucking better than everyone else. Now, what makes them better than everyone else? You guys will think muscles, looks, long cocks, and fucking money. No, the Bible says the Lord is what makes them special, because he's with them. That's how they can do those special things. He can make anyone do special things. But he chose them to do the only thing that matters in this world. Tell people about the Lord. You don't believe me? You're telling me they're going to do this to you people? What did the Lord choose you to do? Live in life? Yeah, that's what he chose you to do. Live life and invent shit. He chose a certain people to tell the fucking truth and bring the word of God to everyone. Why the fuck do they need to brainwash you for? Why? Do you spend your time worrying about God? Do you spend your time bringing the truth to people?
The best way to gain control of the most intelligent, powerful species on the planet would be to completely...
The most intelligent, powerful species. That means there's only fucking one, nigga. That means they need to subdue the fucking most fucking... Who's going to be more important? Who's going to be more powerful than the people that can actually say, God, what should we do so we don't lose? What should we make so we can look really incredible in front of these people? What fucking should we do? How do you lose when God gives you the answers? So is the race special or is their connection to God special? I wonder why you made us not read for all these years and take our names. I wonder why. Because they need to brainwash you people. You're the special ones. You're the ones they took their name from. You're the ones they hide their history from. You're the ones they show on screen popping the fuck down over anything. Yet other people do the same things and it's okay.
Divide them from the love within themselves. As soon as they are old enough to begin creating an understanding of who they are, force them into a system that teaches them that it is wrong to be yourself if yourself is different from what is accepted as normal. Confuse them about their...
Why would they want us, it's not us. Why would they want these special people to think they're like everyone else? Because the God that, they serve said, you're not like anyone else. Don't talk like them. Don't act like them. Don't dress like them. I made you to do it completely different. So if the children of God think they're like everybody else, they'll dress and talk like everybody else, and thus everyone in the world won't know who the children of God really are because they look like you. And if you keep them really broke and they can't get up, they can't look different. They gotta look with what they got, right?
Own biological makeup so that they think that permanently altering their body is the answer to happiness. Require their daily attendance at an...
Black girls have been known to have the fattest asses in the world for the entire beginning and end of the world, and we have black women getting butt injections. Black women have hair that defy fucking gravity, and it stays up, and they can shape it into any shape they want. They could put Winnie the Pooh in their head, and they can get clippers and cut their hair into anything. Make a fucking city on top of their head and walk around like, look how special I am. No one can look like me. No one can do what I do. But they put wigs on their head to make their hair look straight like everyone else. They don't take this shit off and say my shit is special. I'm Vegeta.
Institution that makes
Nah, we
focus
don't do
only
that.
on
This isn't
information that is
special.
provided. Make them attend that institution from age 5.
This isn't special. It's nigger naps. You look ugly, nigger. Your hair is nappy looking. Your hair looks just like everyone else's. I look like a fucking Super Saiyan. Motherfucker.
Until an adult, and repeated that teaches them that it is wrong to be yourself if yourself is different from what is accepted as normal. Confuse them about their own biological makeup so that they think that permanently altering their body is the answer to happiness. Require their daily attendance at an institution that makes them focus only on the information that is provided. Make them attend that institution.
It said make them focus on their body. What is every man right now focused on? I gotta get muscles, I gotta be real big, I gotta da-da-da-da-da, cause things might happen. Well, guess what, buddy? That is a good thing. We should be as strong as you can. But there's a limit that I try to tell people, because if bad things happen, right? All your protein shakes are gone. All that food and all that stuff you normally would keep yourself big with, it's going bye-bye, and you're going to eventually come back to looking like me and skinny, right? Except your intake is so much more that you need to eat more now that all these things are gone and there's no more jobs. So, how are you going to get that if it's not there? So then you're going to get weaker, you're going to be not as strong and not, you know what I mean? You're not going to be used to it. So men like me that are real skinny now, the original way we used to be, because there wasn't stores back in the day and niggas didn't work out all day. See, we're going to thrive when the world goes to the real shit. Because we barely eat now. So when we barely eat then, we'll still look like this. And we will outmaneuver you niggas. And I will show you what real power really is. Because you'll be too tired to keep up with me. If I need to run from you, I'll be able to run from you. And come back and destroy you when you're tired.
From age 5 until an adult, and repeatedly test them on the information so that it becomes their truth. Give them an explanation to everything so that they never have a chance to make their own assumptions of the world. Scold them and humiliate them if they suggest an opinion that opposes that of their authorities.
You're telling me that's not the average black boy in school? There's not a black man watching this or a black woman watching this that didn't hear some bullshit in school. You thought in your mind, this doesn't make sense, and then you actually speak up and say, excuse me, teacher, this doesn't make sense, and then they tell your black ass to shut the fuck up, and that you're a problem. Don't you realize you proved you were chosen that day? All the other kids, they heard the same bullshit, and it's in their blood to just hear things and take it. It's not in our blood to hear bullshit and not question it. Even if we don't know the truth. That's because the Lord's in us. And the Lord's like, nigga, you really fucking believe that? Question that, please. And then we do. And we get in trouble. And you people prove you don't want people to be smart. Because you tell them to shut the fuck up. And not question things. And you're bad because you question things. Motherfucker, I came to school to learn. That's the fucking first thing you guys teach us in science. Question everything. How you tell me in science question everything when I get to history class you tell me shut the fuck up?
Reminding them of how cruel their ancestors were to each other in the past, and broadcast how cruel they are to each other in the present. Only show them...
Yeah, that's white people, right?
Humiliate them if they suggest an opinion that opposes that of their authorities. Keep reminding them of how cruel their ancestors were to each other in the past, and broadcast how cruel they are to each other in the present. Only show them tragic...
When do they show, when do they broadcast to everybody how bad their ancient people were? Yous don't. But when you talk about black people, we were cannibals and killing our own tribes and selling ourselves off to you guys. There's never a point where yous tell us about ourselves and we weren't fucking wailing out and shit to ourselves. We never known peace. We never known anything but niggerdom. But then we go see books that have nothing to do with you, and it says there are people that look like me, and we're the most peaceful. It's funny that we don't know nothing, and we're violent, and but Christopher Columbus, the guy that, sent you over here, he said they're the most peaceful I've never seen anyone this kind in my fucking life. They're gonna make perfect slaves. They don't even see this coming. They don't even see it coming. They're fucking oblivious to this. They must have never. What the fuck?
Tragedies on the news so that they live in fear and think the worst of one another. Convince them that their species used to be that of an incognizant wild animal. Make them think that their very existence.
Who got called monkey for fucking hundreds of years? You're a monkey. You're a monkey. Your ancestors ain't shit. You sold each other to each other. You niggas ain't nothing. And yeah, they tell white people this. White people tell white people they ain't shit, and you come from monkeys. Now yous do. Now yous do it. Now you're revealing all the... It's funny how all these things they said about us, you don't have a history. You're just from some place. You never did nothing important. God doesn't love you. You're the cursed people of the Bible. And you should be pummeled forever and ever and ever and ever. And the Lord said we should never let you go. But you're not the chosen people of the Bible that got cursed by God. No, you're of the other nations we're the chosen. We're the Christians now. We're the whatever now. We're the this now. We're the that now. And yous are the cursed people in the Bible, although it, kind of says the good people in the Bible are cursed. Get it? You see how they fucked us up with that one? They made us believe you're cursed in the Bible and being black is bad. But then forgot to tell you, dumbass, the chosen people in the Bible are cursed, and they're black. So it doesn't matter if you're of the nations or you're the chosen people. You're fucking cursed. The chosen are just cursed to be under everyone. Everyone else is cursed because you don't know who the chosen are, and the Lord's He's gonna judge you on how you treat those people. Get it? That's why you're cursed. Because I wouldn't want to be in a world where everything I do to these people, I do directly to God. That's what the Bible says. So if you don't know who the children of Israel are, and you make fun of them, and you steal from them, and you do that directly to God.
Is so incredibly random that they lack purpose and struggle to make sense of a creator. Tell them that their kind is as smart as they've ever been. Were to each other in the past and broadcast how cruel they are to each other in the present. Only show them tragedies on the news so that they live in fear and think the worst of one another. Convince them that there's...
They don't show y'all shooting each other down every day. And if they do, you justify it. When you show stories of us shooting each other down, you just make it like that's all black people everywhere do. You just have people convinced so much that we're gangsters and hoodlums that majority of the world are afraid when they just come around a black person. If you have baggy jeans on, you're a gangster automatically. You could be the lightest hearted person in the world, and you dress like that. You better put some slacks on. How many times I gotta prove that in my video? I proved that all last year, walking around with the gangster shit on, and then going right back to that same rich neighborhood with my nice shit on, and them motherfuckers looking at me, oh my god. I'm making the same videos, loud as hell, talking about God, nobody says anything. I go over there with my regular clothes on, walking around with a mail lady, talking to a fucking mail lady, and the cops get called on me for standing on the corner waiting for her to do her job and walk up the block. Get the fuck out of here.
Species used to be that of an incognizant wild animal. Make them think that their very existence is so incredibly random that they lack purpose and struggle to make sense of a creator. Tell them that their kind is as smart as they've ever been so that they don't question the integrity of the system that they're in.
You're just a
Provide
nigga.
them idols with artificial beauty and use them as examples of what it is to look perfect so that they are never content with their own appearance and can't help but to compare themselves amongst each other. Create addictive digital platforms that that rank them by numbers so that they base their self-worth off of the amount of followers that they have and stay awake.
Doja Cat had a very interesting thing on September 1st. And she started promoting her new music video single called Demons, and it is her dressed as a demon on the Friends couch with the Friends logo above her, but instead of Friends it says Demons. And like all of that's kind of in your face, like there's some maybe revelation of the method going on here, something's coming. And the biggest reason I included this wasn't just the fact that the timing was a little odd, that, you know, less than 2 months before Matthew Perry's death, she's promoting it this way. You know, Friends was a popular TV show. It's a whatever. Yeah. What's weird about this picture?
Besides the demon on the couch?
Besides the demon on the couch. Besides the obvious, about the logo itself.
There's no dot in between D and E.
That's it, right? And I looked into this. Friends.
I'm Sherlock.
You are.
You know what also strange? This guy died and called himself Batman. You know, I played that video and showed you. You know what's also strange? The demon that this bitch is looking like, and she's sitting on the couch. Why she look like a cat woman?
Friends is the word Friends is 7 letters, and in between each letter is a dot, and there's 6 dots. And if you look at old promotional material for the film, you'll notice that each dot corresponds to a person.
Yes.
In this logo, I know it's 5 dots instead of 6, and it's 4 dots because one's missing. Whatever. That's not the point. The point is that it's very obvious that one of the dots is missing, that one of the dots that represents a cast member of Friends is missing. Yeah.
Interesting.
Makes that makes you wonder, like, is Matt Perry picking up on the fact that they're planning to kill him? And that's why he's, like, sending out the bat signal?
That's unhinged, PJ. Don't be stupid.
Wow, I would have never thought of that. This fucking guy knew he was about to get it, and he started calling Batman. That's a good conspiracy theory with this guy. He's good. I wonder if there's a real Batman, because I'm Black Goku. I'm Batman in the mind, and I ain't going to save nobody. But it's funny how I've been making all these I'm Batman videos, and I'm this, and I'm that, and I'm that. And then we got all these famous people now, and they're Goku. And they're Batman. And then they go bye-bye. And it's funny how I said, you stars are going to start dropping like flies because my father doesn't like that. You know what's going on, and you better tell the truth. Or they're going to get rid of you. There is no giving hints anymore. You come out with the truth and get what you get, or they get you, and then you never told the truth, and you got to go where you got to go.
Supposed to be unhinged. I'm going to get super unhinged on this show.
I mean, that was right before Matthew passed away, right? I mean, it makes sense.
Primary issue with getting to space was having a rocket powerful enough to get you out of the atmosphere. And that's why NASA used JPL, the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. This laboratory was founded by a bunch of crazy college kids and researchers from Caltech. They were called the Suicide Squad. They were known for being pretty dark.
So, the Suicide Squad's not a fucking cartoon X-Men bullshit. It's actually real people. And they're Celtic. Let's see where this goes. And they work for NASA. Ooh, that's like a Suicide Squad of Celtic men that work for NASA. Let's see if you can see where this story's going. Because I damn sure did. And I said, wait up, Wolf God, Celtic Wolf, and you've been playing these Celtic beats, and it's real funny how all these things I was doing, and then I'm finding these things out, and it has the circle, the thing.
Let's put it that way. They had this nickname for a reason. They were headed up by Frank Molina, who's on the far left, I believe, and Jack Parsons, who's the second from the far left. Jack Parsons was an incredibly evil person, deeply involved in the occult, and even as a child, he attempted to summon a demon to his room. But where did the Suicide Squad choose to do their serious rocket testing? They chose to do it outside of Pasadena at a place called...
Wow, in the movie Suicide Squad, there was a bitch that literally had a sword, and she can kill demons and trap them inside of it. And she had a big crescent moon on her head, and they called her something. And I remember, didn't they fight that moon goddess, the witch god, or some weirdo shit? Wasn't that the demon and the villain in their movie, a witch?
Devil's Gate. I'm sure it's a total coincidence. But the first time they succeeded in their objective, in setting the rockets up the way that they wanted to, was on Halloween of 1936 in this evil location. And one of them is a very serious occultist. What Jack did next, let's show a photo of Jack. What he did next, after he succeeded in science.
Wow! Any real niggas that know about cartoons and shit, you gonna understand this. Why this nigga look like Iron Man's father, nigga? This nigga looks like Tony Stark's father, my nigga. Oh my god! Tell me, go look at the cartoon, nigga. Please, somebody, one of y'all niggas. Or the niggas that know about the cartoon shit, tell me they ain't Tony Stark father, nigga. That's Tony Stark father, nigga. And what's Tony Stark father known for? Working for the fucking government, building technology. What was Tony Stark known for? Working for the building weapons. What the fuck is going on? Yo! The Suicide Squad. Iron Man's father. This guy's building rockets. A demon worshiper. A guy that tried to summon a demon. What the fuck is going on? What?
Right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
He succeeded in science, right? He then went on to pursue an incredible occult thing. So he was a protege of Aleister Crowley, who we also have a photo of, who is known as the wickedest man that has ever lived in the world, and intentionally so. That's how he wanted it. He called himself the Beast from Revelation. He really wanted to be the Beast. He was into all of this crazy sex magic.
See, this is why I believe in the Lord. Because I found men like Aleister Crowley online, not actually him, videos about him, right? And when I seen this man practice that much Satanism and literally tell, like, he changed his name to the Beast and said, I'm going to become the Beast of Revelations. I'm gonna do whatever this guy's supposed to do. I'm gonna do it. I am him. And I know it now. And I'm gonna fulfill destiny. And when I seen that, I said, all right, we kind of been studying the Bible, and we don't know if it's really real. And I don't see anybody else doing the opposite of other people's faiths. I don't see other people waking up and saying, I think I am the Beast. I am this and I'm that. And that shit scared the shit out of me, because that led to Aleister LaVey, one of his proteges. I mean, I told you about that. Went to Hollywood and opened up the first church of Satanism. Your boss got a boss that got a boss. Aleister LaVey's boss was this guy, Aleister Crowley, and it goes back, you know what I'm saying? And when I seen how, you know, they're carrying out the plans of the Bible on the evil side, and it's there. See, when you see the bad shit, and you're like, oh, that's a prophecy? See, you're waiting on prophecies where, like, all this great shit happens to believe the Bible. And I'm like, you didn't read the prophecy? You didn't know all the bad shit happens first? What Bible you was reading? Who the fuck teaches you your faith? I don't get it. Because when I talk to people about things, it's the regurgitation. A lot of people are waking up now, but what the fuck?
The most depraved stuff that you can't even imagine and shouldn't. He wrote a lot of things about it. He wrote instructions for a magic working that he never did, called the Babylon working. And Jack Parsons is the one who did it. So for three months out in...
I wonder why this guy that was able to begin writing all the satanic books that these people are starting or carry out, whatever, the demon that he summoned gave him a whole lot of plans, dog. Now, it's funny that he gained all this power and learned all this fucking magic, and he literally blew up and lived a fucking crazy life, and my father stopped him from his biggest plan from being fulfilled.
That same area of White Sands area, he was off in a cabin with his friend L. Ron Hubbard, and
Yes.
they did this with a couple random
Go
women.
look up that guy.
They did this 3-month sex magic ritual that Crowley had written, and the entire time they were in contact with Crowley, and Crowley was warning them, this is too big for you, it's going to get out of hand. And
See what I mean by you fucking evil people? You never listen. This is what I mean. Your fucking dead boss. That's what you're Sith Lord, not Master. You're Lord. One of your Sith Lords tell you you're not strong enough. Don't do it. And let's see if he listens. This is what's wrong. See, evil people. This is what I mean. I understand. Even you have a problem with idiots.
they did it, and you can believe whatever you want about magic, but what he believed he was doing, what Jack and Elron and Crowley believed he was doing, was opening a portal. And what we saw immediately after was first, Jack's house blew up. He died in an explosion, allegedly a freak accident. And the theory goes, for those who do believe in this magic stuff, that because he was the creator of the portal, he couldn't then close it because he was dead. And immediately after, you get the Roswell crash, and then you get this incredible uptick in people seeing UFOs.
By the way, just for a little bit more context on that, Aleister Crowley is summoned a demon through a portal in Scotland, and there's a picture of it. I'll actually find this while you're talking. There's a picture of it.
Yeah.
It looks like a gray. So you don't see gray aliens or the talk of them or the concept of them until after Parsons opens a portal in the White Sands Desert. So you don't see.
No one knew what the fuck these gray aliens looked like until this guy, Aleister Crowley, did his little magic-y magic, and then he drew that. He summoned a fucking demon and drew it. And now everyone says, that's not a demon, that's an alien. All love, all praise to the Most High.